Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and today I bring you fishing sharks for 30 hours. We're going to be doing this one, of course, on the Iron Man account this time, and so far I have 6 big sharks, currently have no raw sharks, and only 9,800 cooked sharks. So we are getting low. We're going to be using the fishing guild for this whole video, plus the dragon harpoon that I got a few months ago from Worms. And this will help us save an inventory spot. Other than this, we're just going to be using our Spirit Angler set. We're not going to be using Spirit Flakes for this video. We're just going to be fishing them normally. So let's go ahead and start that 30-hour timer. I am curious to see how many sharks we get in a time span of 30 hours. But first, this video is brought to you by Creator Crafted. So recently, Creator Crafted launched pre-orders for the reintroduction of 4 fan favorite Crumbs statue designs. Here we have Jad, Bandos, Vorkath, and my personal favorite, the Mole. Each of these statues are meticulously cast with high-grade resin and painted using a combination of airbrushing and hand brushing. Pre-orders will be capped and are available, but only for a limited time, so order yours today by using the link in the description below and use code Mr. No Sleep at checkout to save an additional 10% off. Pre-order slots are also available for the 3 new LED signs and a new mouse pad, as well as these amazing plushies with 5 new designs hitting the market. So the real question is, what are you waiting for? Get your hands on Creator Crafted's newest statues before they sell out by clicking the link in the description below and use code Mr. No Sleep at checkout to save an additional 10% off. And a huge thank you to Creator Crafted for sponsoring today's video. So just by reading the title of today's video, you guys know that raw sharks are at an all-time high of 1.2k each. Now this is fluctuating. Sometimes they go down to 1,000, but they quickly go back up to 1,100, 1,200. And why this means so much is because if you rewound the clocks exactly 1 year today, a raw shark could be purchased for less than 400 GP each. That's right, 380 gold used to be able to get you a raw shark, but now things have changed dramatically and drastically, and this benefits everyone across the board, as it goes for people who enjoy fishing sharks or people who enjoy fishing minnows, which I really want to try for 30 hours in a few weeks, maybe less than that actually, and see how many sharks I can get doing that. For normal raw shark fishing, you only need 76 fishing, but to fish minnows you do need level 82 fishing. That essentially gets you raw sharks faster, and the XP is better, but I just prefer fishing raw sharks AFK. I've always done this on my Iron Man account. I actually only fished raw sharks level 76 to 99 fishing. It took me a very long time to get into anglerfish on this account for some strange reason. But yeah, I'm definitely no stranger to it. That's why I have so many big sharks in the bank. They're very rare, and it's just what you get from fishing a ton of sharks. So I am curious to see if we can get one in this 30-hour grind. Kind of hard to call this one a grind. Really laid back to do this, as you can imagine. Very AFK, especially if you have the RuneLite fishing plugin turned on. And I do want to point out that I have seen about, on average, like 2 comments every video that point out that my graphics look a little different, and I did fix that problem today on my next main video. We should have that out in about 2 days from now, so keep that in mind. That problem is now fixed, and it should be fixed on my Iron Man after this video as well. But getting back into it here, the reason why I imagine these raw sharks have spiked in price, which did take a year for them to go to 400 GP up to 1,200, my only assumption is that Jagex is now banning the shark bots, or at least whoever was running the bot farm, whether it have been at minnows or just normal sharks. And I gotta be honest, I don't know that much about fishing bots, but I would most likely assume that these fishing bots were doing minnows for raw sharks. But before we go into that, here's 1 hour of fishing completed so far. Let's go ahead and check out the bank, see how many sharks we managed to grab in 1 hour time. 146, current price is shown as 991 each, but GE price is about 1,190. So I'll just round up as a 1,200. But yeah, that's not too bad. We're also going to be getting clue bottles during the making of this, but since I'm currently grinding Leviathan on my main account, none of the clue scrolls were able to be completed in this video, except at the very end when I did 1 of every tier that I received. So I do apologize for the lack of clues in this one, but just know that you can occasionally get clue bottles from fishing sharks. I would say on average, like every hour in 30 minutes, you should expect 1, if not more than that. But yeah, as I was saying before, I imagine just the minnow bot farm shut down, and that is what slowly but surely caused the price to go up for raw sharks, because I don't think any normal player bots just fishing sharks like you're seeing in this video, it would just never be worth it. But a lot of people actually do fish sharks. I mean, every world I was in, for the most part, had 4 to 8 people here, whether they were Ironmen or normal accounts, and then you account for everyone who just goes and fish minnows. It's really good to see people fishing sharks. I mean, it's a very nostalgic way to fish, and with anglerfish in the game, dark crabs in the game, you have a lot of other options, as well as sacred eels and infernal eels. I mean, the list never ends with fishing. There's so many different things to do, but this is, I think, the most nostalgic one. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the event that actually made the news. It was one of the few RuneScape stories that was covered, but it was when this guy named Timmy got hacked, and in that video, the news actually played content in RuneScape, and what was he doing on game? He was fishing sharks. So this money-making method, this dates back 15 years. This has always been around, and raw sharks, cooked sharks, they were always kind of nostalgically at 1K each, just like the Abyssal Whip was at 1.6 mil for so many years. But then a bot farm started, and I honestly don't know how long it lasted, how long raw sharks were just basically worth nothing. I mean, monkfish were starting to be better. You know, that's what you just never want to see with fishing sharks. But either way, it lasted way too long, and it's great to see that the price is back where it should be these days. Looks like after 10 hours, 1.8 mil was in that price check. So yeah, this is 13 hours and 2,400 raw sharks. I think another benefit that you always have to take into account is the clue scrolls too. You know, say you get a level 2 clue from fishing these sharks, you might get ranger boots from that. You get an elite, you might get a 3rd age wand. Hard clue, 3rd age plate body. You know, so always take that into account. Don't look at 180k profit an hour and scoff at it. That could always be more. Raw sharks might continue to go up, and if they double in price, we got to come back here again for 30 hours. Well, there we have another big shark. It was really nice to see that we obtained one during this video. That took about 18.5 hours roughly, so not too bad. I'm not too sure how many hours I logged before this since the last big shark, but nevertheless, that is our 7th one. See if we can't get another one during the course of this video. I doubt it, but yeah, we have 10 hours left to go, and I am really curious to see how much this price check is gonna be. Now, you may be wondering, Mr. No Sleep, you're on an Iron Man account. Why do price checks matter? Well, they don't. You know, they don't at all. But I easily could have done this on a main account, and they matter there. Here on this account, I look at raw sharks as cooking XP and food for PVMing. A little bit of Slayer. So yeah, I don't sell my fish here. I like to collect them. Matter of fact, I've been collecting fish for a long time, and I've eaten most of my sharks, so I'm going to need these. They're definitely going to come in handy. Pretty good odds of getting the fishing pet here too. So not only are you going to get clue bottles, XP, GP, but you can also get that lovely bird pet. Let me know what you guys think about the price rise when it comes to these raw sharks, going from 400 GP up to 1,200 in just the time span of a year. Kind of sounds like a long time, but I mean, that year went by really quick. I mean, I always remember raw sharks being, you know, 400 GP each. It just seems like recently I've noticed that, yeah, the price is at an all-time high. So never a better time to do this one. I've already covered anglerfish, and I honestly think I've covered every high-tier fish or fishing method in the game other than fishing sharks. So I've always wanted to do this. I just never really did it because, well, let's be honest, if you made RuneScape YouTube videos, you probably wouldn't think of doing one regarding fishing sharks. You know, even for a guy like me that just, you know, I don't know, 76 fishing. I do wish that maybe the requirement was a little higher for this so that the profit could be boosted, because although I am happy that the price went up so much, definitely very thankful for that. I would love to see this become more profitable, or maybe just switch up the style, maybe have a different option where you don't have to AFK as much if you don't want to, more clicking, more rewards, but then you can just make an argument and say, well, that's why minnows became a thing. So I guess there's always that to take into account, but regardless, it's always a great thing to see so many people here actively fishing. Very nostalgic place, and you would think, you know, Fishing Guild in 2024, you know, who the heck would ever be there fishing? But look at all these people. It's crazy. I mean, some things just never die out. Saw a lot of level 3 skillers here too, so it's nice to still see that as a trend. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little bit of a laid-back AFK 30-hour experience for you, but nevertheless, it is 30 hours after all. And as always, if you have any suggestions for any AFK grinds you would like to see done for a time span of anywhere from 10 to 100 hours, leave it in the comment section below. I have a lot of ideas right now, but nothing that really stands out too much, so I always appreciate your guys' help there. And I think this is the last inventory. We are about to price check everything. The 30-hour timer is now down to less than 5 seconds. And yeah, I think it took probably about 5 days to do this one. Usually it would take about 3, but I didn't play as much as I could have in 2 of those days. So yeah, about 5 days to complete this one. Just another laid back video on the Iron Man, a little bit more fishing XP and some more sharks in the bank. A reminder to check out Creator Crafted using the link in the description below and use code MrNoSleep to save 10% off at checkout. Big thanks to them for sponsoring the video. Check out all those new statues. All right, let's open up the clues. We got an easy, medium, and hard. I ended up being able to do the easy, the medium, and the hard, but not the elite, so that's why I didn't mention that one. It was asking me to go to Prifddinas, and I have not done Song of the Elves yet. I do have it on the bucket list, that and Dragon Slayer 2, but just not yet. All right, but with all that being said, we got the caskets. We'll go ahead and do the price check first. So overall, in 30 hours time with 99 fishing, Rada's Blessing, and the Spirit Angler set as well, we managed to fish 5,693 raw sharks for a grand total of 6.2 mil according to the price that we were shown. I did receive 1 big shark and I did gain 606k XP. The GE average price of all of these sharks brings it up to about 7 mil, so that is over 200k an hour, well over 200k an hour. Current price 1,225 GP per raw shark. We never thought we'd see the day, but it has returned. And thank you for returning to watch the video today. That's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. From the easy clue, we got absolutely nothing. From the medium clue, this has potential. This will be my 250th medium. Unfortunately, nothing from that one. And finally, from the hard clue, I did get another magic combo, which actually goes great with this outfit, but I already had one. Couldn't complete the master clue as usual. Can't complete an elite, probably can't complete a master, but that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, and a huge thank you to the YouTube channel members for your monthly support, with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, xXzoticx, and LettuceAttak. Until next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.